Hello. Oh, I was on mute there. Hello everyone, welcome to this week's stream. Today you join us at London Marylebone for the stream that we were supposed to do last week, but we are here in 168108, which will be our run up to Aylesbury. We'll be running via Harrow-on-the-Hill, Amersham today. So we're going that side. It's quite unusual for 168 to be doing that run, but that's why I thought we should be doing it today, because the 168 is a very good model by Amersham Powerhouse. The 165 that comes with this route, maybe not so much. We're driving on the London to Aylesbury route made by JustTrains, which is... oh, just unpinning my message from last week, there we go. Yes, it will be a very interesting route indeed. It's a bit laggy as well in the cab, but we'll see if we can sort that out. So hello to everyone in chat, hello to Peppy Yamu fan, and also hello to Clark007. Welcome to the stream. I'm not doing too badly. How about you, Peppy Yamu fan? So you may also be able to see we have a Chiltern Railways Class 68, which is arriving on a terminating service from Birmingham Moor Street. Yes, we are now ready for departure, and we have not set up the train yet, so brilliant. That should be everything set up, and we are now ready to depart out of London Marylebone. Because of a glitch of the system, we are going to have a few red signals along the way, but we should be able to tap through them. Yes, we'll be going all the way up to Aylesbury Vale Parkway today. Aylesbury Vale Parkway being the new station opened not too long ago. It's one of the newest stations on Chiltern's network. The speed limit increases to 50 miles an hour. Now we're just going through St John's Wood Tunnel. It's quite a long tunnel, this one. This one takes us right out of Marylebone and right to the West Coast Main Line, actually, which is right at the end of the tunnel. Been on well, sadly, just a lot of chaoticness. Oh, that's a shame. Hope you get better. Yeah, God knows what will be going on next year. Well, Josh should be joining us for the live stream today, but where he's got to I don't know. As we're now exiting St John's Wood Tunnel. And at this point we go over the West Coast Main Line. We'll be able to, yep, there it is down there. That's Southampstead station that we just saw the platforms of. See another 165 past us just then. We're now in Hampstead Tunnel. This is a slightly shorter tunnel. And at this point we should be joining the London Underground, Metropolitan and Jubilee lines. If you were to put us on the tube map, we'd be just south of Finchley Road at this point. As you can see, you've got the typical London Underground cabling to our right. As another Chiltern Railways Class 165 passes us, this is West Hampstead Station we're passing now. This one I think is going from Oxford because it's a 5 car. Oh, we are speeding a bit. I didn't see that down gradient. Not with it today, am I? Yeah, where are we passing now? I think this is Kilburn we're passing now, although I may be wrong. Might have got past Kilburn already. No, this is Kilburn. Not very good views from this particular station. Still just about to see the Chiltern trains. So Metropolitan line heading northbound also passes through. Oh, we are speeding a bit. So Metropolitan line heading northbound also passes through. Testing my sound, everything is working good as usual. Hopefully as usual. One thing I noticed on the Chiltern main line, particularly on the London Underground bit of track between here and Amersham, is that the timings are very tight, so it can be quite difficult to stick to time. But we should, if we do end up arriving at a station late, that should be no problem, because we should make that up by the time we arrive at Aylesbury, so that's all good. Just past Woolston Green there. Metropolitan line trains used to stop there, and apparently so did Chiltern trains because there was a platform there as well. As another 168 passes us. That'll probably be on a Birmingham Moore Street slow service. Oh, everyone's turned up now. Hello CP trains, hello Fabi Chan as well, welcome to the stream. We've suddenly seen quite a lot of people join the stream. Yeah, CP trains, I'm sure you'll know this, along with many other Southeastern enthusiasts. The Class 707s enter service with Southeastern today. Been enjoying a lot of TS recently myself, driving the Class 483 Isle of Wight on the Brighton main line, driving the Class 313 in the Isle of Wight as well. That does sound that's interesting to say the least, but are you going to do a double stream? You said I was planning on doing it. I was planning on doing a double stream this week. But the scenario I'm making for next week's stream, which should be in the description below if I haven't changed it. Does it say 377 or 455? It says 377, so I haven't changed it. So we'll be driving the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 465 Volume 2, which came. Oh yeah. Since this route was updated, it is considerably more laggy. But we will be driving the AP Class 465 from London Victoria to Orpington on a route that we have done before, but with a considerably improved model. I mean, the DTG 465 is actually alright, but the AP have done a really good job there, 465. Ah yes, I need to change the description. We will be driving a 465. Although 375 would also be very nice, but there's not very many places we can. I tell a lie. we can drive them on the total length of the line between Victoria and Faversham, can't we? Oh yeah, I do need to change the description. We just passed Newston Depot on our right. I honestly don't think they've entered service yet. I'm not particularly surprised, but Southeastern did give their date as today, which is a bit strange. But never mind. Now passing Wembley Park Station. Quite a major station on the tubes, despite having quite a small entrance. Wembley Stadium itself should be on our left as well. I've seen it before. You can definitely see it on the Metropolitan line when you're coming into or near into Wembley Park even. Speed limit is going up to 75 miles an hour. I'm not sure why you haven't accelerated up to it. Hello Dolphin Instructions, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Should probably hold the microphone slightly further away from my face because I can hear the audio distorting slightly. Yesterday I got the AP Class 455 Volume 2. It's nice, isn't it? It's brilliant. I like the 455 as well, particularly with new traction motors, as any other 165 passes us. As we now past Preston. Hang on, this is Norfolk Park, isn't it? I want to say. This Norfolk Park, is it Preston Road, Norfolk Park, or Norfolk Road Park, Preston Road? Preston Road, Norfolk Park. So, oh wow, this looks like a brilliant station for spotting. Look at this. Yeah, Dolphin Introductions, I really am a fan of it, it's brilliant. If you listen very carefully, if you already own the AP Class 365 for the East Coast Main Line London to Peterborough, with the AP 365, you'll notice that the traction motors are ever so slightly different, so I really appreciate the effort that AP have gone to completely get a new set of sounds for the AP Class 465. I mean, the sounds could be improved. They're a bit sort of phasey, if you see what I mean. Apart from that, the 465, the cab wise, it's very similar to the 365. In fact, it even has the AC thing still in the cab, which I'm not sure whether the 465s do have, but it's an interesting addition. There was another glitchy red signal, but this should be all good. Now arriving into Harrow-on-the-Hill station as we race a Metropolitan line in. Maybe just speed a bit there. I'm not with it because I haven't driven trains in the past week or so. The new timetable ends in December and there'll be service by then. Only 10 have come across. 5 double sets will never be enough. Plus 11 and 707 011 I assume, and 012 are at Gillingham being rebranded. I want to stop right at the end of the platform here, just by the S-Stock marker. Here we are at Harrow-on-the-Hill. The city beams. I saw an article about that. I'm not particularly a fan of the name either. It's a strange name. Whoever came up with that idea, as we have beaten the S8, despite it being ahead of us. As the doors go. Showing everything was okay at Ride for your head, you'd have crushed the pier. As we are now ready to depart out of Harrow-on-the-Hill, the signal ahead is also a glitchy one. Should we wait for the Met line? If it's going to close its doors in the next 5 seconds, we'll race it. No, let's go. Next up, we'll be at Rickmansworth. It should catch us up because it accelerates very quickly. That's it. So we'll slip. Yes, we are on 4th rail track. The 4th rail started just south of Harrow-on-the-Hill. This is when the introduction of the fast Metropolitan and semi-fast Metropolitan line services. They would have taken the Chiltern track. Old wheel slip protection is doing quite a lot there. They would have taken the Chiltern track to avoid this stopping services. I got the Electrostars from AP. Yes, they're very nice as well. I'm a big fan of all the stuff that AP's been doing recently. Been doing quite a lot of work. You know what else has been doing quite a lot of work recently? The Northern Line extension. The Northern Line extension between Kennington and Battersea Power Station via Nine Elms is due to open not tomorrow Monday, but the Monday after, so Monday the 20th of September. I aim to be there on the first day of passenger operation, so it'll be very nice to visit. Looks like I visited yesterday, and it looked like they were just doing the finishing touches. Yeah, we need the 376. The 376 has distinctly been missing, hasn't it? The 378 could do with a AP-fication. Passing North Harrow Station, Metropolitan line to Uxbridge has gone off towards the left. You may have seen that. Indeed, although I was worried about the shelter at Ryde Pier Head, considering how low the roof has been. That's funny. 8 days since the first extension since the Jubilee line at Stratford, the first major extension indeed. The first tube, or it's the first major extension in over 20 years now. The Jubilee line extension was 1999 that it reached Stratford. And it's the first new bit of track in London since the DLR extension, also involving Stratford, between Stratford and Stratford International, 10 years, just over 10 years. That opened between Stratford and, opened in, I know the exact date, 31st of August 2011, how I remember that because I was there on the very first day. At least the new enhancement pack of the Class 377 is better than the old one that got released in 2020. God, that was bad. Why is everyone saying it was bad? It was quite good. Just people didn't like it because the sounds in the cab were so quiet, but the 377 is quite quiet. Oh, you going as well? Not sure what time I'll drop in, probably in the late afternoon, probably around 5 o'clock-ish. What about school? It's bad. I agree. That's why I'm going in the evening. The horn man. What horn man? Oh, the horn on the the horn on the Class 377. Alright. We passed Pinner along the way a few minutes ago as well. The horn was a bit strange. But the horn on the new 387 is also a bit strange. There are better packs, I agree. School isn't bad, alright. Oh, so the... I was struggling to think whether you were referring to the AP pack or school. I may go early on first day. Probably I can get there. Right, let's go because you're a South London local as well, aren't you? Nice to get to. Past Northwood Hills just now. We're going over this bridge that I still don't know the name of. Which will take us... is it even a river it goes over? I'm not sure. Shortly after it will be Northwood Station, which I ended up at Transport Roulette on right at the beginning of the summer. I heard a rumour that most of the Class 230s of the D78 might be going to export in the future. I think the US are interested as well, which would be better use, I suppose. Yeah, I guess if the US can deal with its unreliability, but it is definitely a good idea if they can find a market in the US, and that's brilliant. Here is Northwood. I mean, everyone complains about EP, but they're miles better than DTG versions, so stop complaining. Yeah, I agree. Everyone goes, oh, we need an improvement for this, we need an improvement for this. They release an improvement and everyone's like, oh, it's so bad. Oh, I assume you mean Transport Roulette, Faversham was such a good video. Please do more. Yes, I do have a Transport Roulette video coming up very, very soon. Possibly tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I'll have a check of that. Where we focus more around West London, Faversham, and we might end up at Ealing Broadway. So we might end up at Ealing Broadway at least once. So I'm sure you'll be interested. Now passing Moor Park Station junction for the line to Watford. As the Met line arrives. Must have been recording, it was the 1st of June, wasn't it? It's the 1st of June, so it was quite a long time ago that I recorded it, but I have an absolutely massive upload backlog. I've got all my videos from the Freedom of the Northwest, which I haven't done. What else have I got? Multiple clips around London. I've got another Transport Roulette to upload as well. It's Watford South Junction. This is the actual junction where the line goes off towards Watford. No offence to anyone, but I feel like AP customers may be a bit of Karens in the way they act. Everyone complains about the Electrostar cab model, but when they can't do anything about it, very true. I think they're just a bit disappointed that, I mean, those are the sort of people that probably have never seen a Electrostar cab before, so not setting expectations too high. We're now only double track up to Rickmansworth. We do have a red signal, which should be able to tab through it. JustTrains, your route is great, but it's also a bit laggy. Please sort that out. The JustTrains Metropolitan Line route was updated just a few weeks ago, including the London to Aylesbury, which has made the assets considerably high. Or it was quite high quality assets before, but it's high quality now. But in turn, it's a bit more laggy. But I guess it's a compromise. I don't mind it. Quite shocked that there are 17 Class 315 EMUs. I got confused and thinking there are 8 left, which means the only we're the only ones left in counting 8 in operational. Good news, that's 17 are left. Yes, indeed, but the 315s don't have long, do they? They'll be gone by December. I'm surprised they're still in service. At peak times, if you're lucky enough, you will catch one. I may or may not have lost £150 worth of SD cards plus most of my channel's videos, taking them from Manchester back to London. I couldn't find them. Oh wow, that's not good at all. I've still got some 508 Pep action at Southport. That must be really annoying. Oh, I can't imagine what would happen if that was me. And I've overshot the platform here. Oh, that must be really annoying. Did you just leave them on the train? You don't know, it's always really annoying. It's annoying when you know you've left it somewhere, and you know it's there. It's also very annoying if you don't know it's there. So, it's the best of both worlds, I guess, but it's very annoying. I might in a few weeks go to Durham from London King's Cross with my family's friends. Oh, that sounds nice. You'll be on one of LNER's Zoomers. London King's Cross to Durham, one of the longer journeys you can do with them. If you don't get broken backs by the time you arrive in Durham. But Durham's a very nice place, so is London King's Cross, and LNER, despite their quite uncomfortable interiors, there's just something really nice about LNER. I can't explain it, I just really like them. That's my biggest aim this month, CSM train spotting, with me planning a railway trip to London and try to capture them all. Oh wow, yes, good luck with that. There's usually at least 2, maybe 3, maybe more if you're lucky, 315s out every day, usually in the peak hours. I don't think I've seen any in the past months running during the day. But also did a 9-car 345s have started operating between Shenfield and Liverpool Street. You might be able to catch some of those as well. Or 91 if I get lucky, or they're still around. Not to Durham, they only go to Leeds at the moment, although there is one service a day which goes to York in the evenings. Yeah, even that you wouldn't be able to get to Durham, so it'll be on an Edinburgh service probably, or a Newcastle service if you're going on the evening. So you will be on a Zoomer. Also, Lumo, the first East Coast Trains operator that we heard many good things about cheap train travel, has announced their date. They're commencing operation on the 25th of October. That is the date of their first train. It's already sold out, using their Class 803s. I'm sure it'll be very fun to try travel on them, because they're boasting tickets from £20 one way from London to Edinburgh. Now that says something. That's incredibly cheap. With LNER, that could easily set you back what, £50-60. I suppose it's good competition with the air travel market. I kind of lost my 69002 plus 66789 video that I hadn't edited yet, and a lot of Southeastern 706. Yes, that is sad. But there's only so much you can do. Afternoon, Josh. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to call me a messenger if you like. Once you stop at Chorleywood, I can answer your call. Alright, okay, that's fine. Nice CP trains. Heading back now, they actually do Southport train station, covering all the Merseyrail train stations, getting 507s and 508s again. Ah yes, before they go, you've only got so long, haven't you? Southport was one of the stations I was considering on doing when I did my trip up into the northwest, but it was a bit too far. It would have been nice to get one of the 769s and of course the 507s and 508s, but it was just sort of out of everywhere else I was going. Did you know that York is one of the most haunted cities in the world? It's allegedly one of the most haunted cities in the world. Whether we used to interpret that as a myth or not, it's up to you. has been had to depart for our next stop at Chatham-on-sea. Do you know why the 168 is being a bit wheel slippy today? Maybe it's because we're going up a hill. In fact, most of the route is up a hill. I don't even know where my SD cards would be if I lost them. If they are at home, I assume you would have tried searching for them. If they've not been lucky, then possibly you did lose them on the train, but it's really annoying when you lose something and you don't know where it is. I need to get those Northern Class 769 Flex units. Still finishing the TFW Class 769s, covering all stations to Romney. I haven't actually seen the TFW Class 769s, but from what I've heard, they are a bit unreliable. But I'm sure they're an upgrade to travel on to 150s. And I'm not sure whether it's just me. I've been on a few 319s before, primarily with First Capital Connect and Thameslink when they were around. I also went on a Northern 319 when I was up in Manchester area, and I noticed that the 769s, they just feel different. I don't know what's different about it, although there is the engine which might make it slightly heavier, but I just feel different to the 319s. So we'll take an LNR train to York and then go to a ghost shop, have a look around, maybe go to the train museum, take another LNR train to Durham. That sounds interesting. National Railway Museum is definitely worth a visit. I went there in 2019. I really want to go there again. In York in general, I really want to go to again. I'll tell you a funny story, CP Trains. I had something similar to you. I was at Stockport. I'd just come on a Manchester. I've just come up a bit disappointed on a Transpennine 185 from Sheffield because of a lightning strike between Doncaster and Scunthorpe meant that no trains were going east of Sheffield because I was going to film at Doncaster. So I was a bit disappointed. Heading back to Southport. It's raining, and I got off my train at Southport trying to make my connection to Crewe. And then as I got off, I tried to I looked for my ticket to book through the ticket barriers, and I couldn't find it. And maybe if this was a £3 ticket or whatever, then perhaps I wouldn't have worried too much. But this was my ticket that covered an entire 4 days travel in the northwest. It was nearly £50 that ticket, so I couldn't afford to lose it. So I told one of the members of staff on the train that I'd lost my ticket, and it must have been on the train because I had it at Sheffield. And the staff held the train for me, which is very nice, while I found my ticket and I made my connection down to Crewe, so that was very nice. And the 185s with Transpennine are absolutely brilliant trains. You know, here at Chalfont and Latimer, this bay platform here I don't think has been used in a very long time because all the Chesham trains go straight through to Aldgate now. Still have the tickets in my desk closet. Yes, I collect tickets as well. Tickets are a lot less important than the SD cards to me. Yeah, because all the SD cards have got all your videos on, which would have cost you considerably more than just a plain old paper ticket. I don't think I've ever lost an SD card before. Okay, I can just imagine how annoying it would be. Do Northern actually have some of the First Capital Connect interiors on some of them still? That's interesting. I didn't see any of those. Our next stop is Amersham. Little wheel slip is going a bit crazy here. I think it's because we're going uphill. Got Metropolitan line, which appears to just coming down the branch from Chatham, actually, with its front carriage missing. Oh, there it is, just popped into existence. I had 6 SD cards, 4 were full. You lost all of them. That must have. How many stations are left? I have to do my homework soon. I think I have a piece of homework to do as well. We have, to go left, we have Amersham, Great Missenden, Wendover, Stoke, Mandeville, Aylesbury and Aylesbury Vale Parkway, so it'll be about another half an hour or so, if I run time. 128 gig ones. Should not be completely full to the brim with videos. I like a wallpaper. I have a ticket case which I've got various tickets in. From tickets from all over the country. As you arrive into Amersham, which is our next stop, it appears we have a red signal here as well, which you can tab through. This is a bit strange. You've had similar issues driving the S8 on this route as well, so hopefully JustTrains do recognise the issue. So we now pull into Amersham with the big DIY warehouse on our right. Coming quite quickly because the 168's braking is quite good. There's the S-car stop. Do you run the shot a bit? Bit strange how Harrow-on-the-Hill doesn't have an S-car stop, but Amersham does. There's an S-stock stands here. All stations. Oh. Gate. Metropolitan line. All stations. Gate. Stands here on one of the terminating platforms. I see. I know why I've had to tap through the signal. This signal at the bottom here, you have to request permission for. Off we go. Porting out of Amersham now. Our next stop is at Great Missenden in just over 5 miles time. Has happened to me. Majority had a lot of Merseyrail footage on them with one of my SD cards. A mixed one of 507s and 508s and a mixture of deliveries back to 2014 and 15. And it's one thing to lose an SD card, but one thing I used to do quite frequently is I'd just delete videos. I just delete videos and thinking, oh, I don't need, these are irrelevant videos, and then when I go back to look at them I'm thinking, where are they? And I was like, oh, I realised I deleted them. Now, CP Trains, you're very clever. What I usually do is I just edit the videos, put them onto YouTube, and then delete the original ones. And I delete the edited ones as well, because I know that if you're on YouTube, you can download your own videos for free. Yeah, I probably should keep the original clip somewhere. That being said, I only have 2 SD cards. You have, what do you say, 6 of them? I have photos, not just videos, yeah. So it must have, you have plenty more on there as well. Can we have a setup / room tour maybe? Quite possibly. Quite like to do something where we get to interact with all of you. And I noticed that we hit 750 subscribers last week, so maybe we could do something like that, or maybe a Q&A or something like that, because we haven't done something like that before. I'll have a think about it. I'll put something on. I'll see if I can record anything as well. My setup isn't great. Half the stuff I have on this table isn't. Well, I'll read up what I have. I'll read up what I have to you on my table right now. I have my camcorder on the table. I've got a book called British Locomotives, Multiple Units and Coaching Stock. I use that to refer to when I'm editing my videos. I have a very life-expired USB hub, my other camera, a set of Bluetooth earphones, a packet of chocolate hobnobs, and a glass of water. Oh, and an Xbox controller that I could use for train sim, but I don't really use very much. Look at these hills. These are quite impressive hills, aren't they? Oh, things beeping. Next door playing some music as well, so if you hear that, that's well, that my microphone isn't great, so it probably won't pick that up. I guess the prize piece of my setup is probably this 35-inch 144Hz monitor that I've got in front of me while I play train sim. It's a very nice monitor. I got it a few weeks ago. In fact, it was about a year ago I got it. I mean, the one I had before was completely life expired. It was a Dell monitor that was probably about 10 inches wide. Great Missenden, very beautiful station. Got all the Chiltern blues as well, contrast very well with the grey, almost yellow bricks. I'm not sure what they're called. So we are at Great Missenden. What a delightful station, very green around. Classic Metropolitan Railway architecture. Very nice. I haven't actually been on this branch before, so definitely like to visit. Oh, sorry, Sean. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. How was Alperton Garage yesterday? I hear that Alperton Bus Garage is having an open. Oh, is currently having an open day. It's open at the moment as well. Over this weekend. Alperton Bus Garage is closing. They have various collection of buses which they're showing around. No, it's 140 Hz. I think my monitor is 100 to 120 Hz. I don't remember. That's still pretty impressive. And then in terms of PC specs, I have an Intel Core i5 9th Gen 9400 CPU. Along with an NVIDIA GTX 1650 graphics card. TrainSim is currently loaded onto an SSD at the moment. I load my most frequently used stuff onto it. I'll explain this in another video if I do it. Next up is Wendover. Do you have a single monitor or two monitors? I only have a single monitor. Although a double monitor would be brilliant, because even for this, for example, I could have TrainSim on one screen and then be reading the chat on the other without having to use my phone. Wow, look at the countryside around this. This is incredibly well detailed, isn't it? There's a beautiful line, beautiful work by JustTrains. Just maybe make it slightly more optimised because it is a bit laggy. But this bit out here isn't too bad. Hoping to go classic Route Master event tours for the rest of this year, as well as a couple of other bus events as well. These sorts of events I never seem to know about until the day, which is quite annoying because I would quite like to visit them. But you look like you're getting up to some good stuff over the course of this year, Peppy Me fan. Good for you. About 2.5 miles to go until our next stop at Wendover. I shall be around here quite soon. In the next few weeks, because I'm also doing my DV expedition. Just coincidentally seem to happen to be driving on TrainSim through. JustTrains routes are just so nice to drive on. Just everything around is just more detailed than I could ever imagine a route in TrainSim to be. It's quite bumpy as well, I assume it's because of all the hills. The bumpy routes are quite fun, they're quite nice. I can imagine that drivers must have quite a lot of fun doing this route. And the gradients are quite big. I was reading about my DOE expedition, it said Chiltern Hills. I was like, Chiltern Hills, what pathetic hills? Are they even hills? But yeah, they are hills. 1 in 117 down. That's a pretty steep hill, at least for a train. As we now arrive into Wendover, I'm just going to go into full service for a bit because I am a bit worried about stopping because obviously we are on the slight downhill gradient. Just wondering, you can see that the platform here at Wendover is a bit sloped. I wonder if he put a buggy or a wheelchair on the platform whether it would roll down. There's the S-car stop. Hopefully one bus is at down at my hometown Liverpool, but this one in events, do you want to go again and see 159 anniversary bus tour owned by the London Routemaster. London Routemasters even. You do see them out and about in London, don't you, the Routemasters? Shame they got rid of them on the 9 and the 15. Right, as we depart out of Wendover now, next stop will be Stoke Mandeville. Slip going everywhere. This 158 isn't the best of states either. You can hear it struggling a bit. You can use this decline to our advantage. Oh, lots of people have joined. Hello, Darko number 1. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Quicker streams. Hello, does this unit have passenger view? Rapidly clicks. Oh, that clicked 4 by mistake. No, this unit does unfortunately not have a passenger view. Which is again something that AP could work on. I'm sure someone has made a patch for it already and I'm just not aware of it. After Stoke, will it be Aylesbury? Because I've got to do homework at 5 sharp. It will be Aylesbury, and we'll be arriving at Aylesbury in about 10 minutes time, so I'm just about to do it in the nick of time. We might run a bit early into Aylesbury. Where are we? I mean, which route? We are on the JustTrains route. That's as in the developer for Train Sim. We're driving between London Marylebone and Aylesbury along that line through the Chiltern Hills. We're currently between Wendover and Stoke Mandeville. So towards Aylesbury on the line side of things. Is this a foot crossing? No, I think it's just one of those crossings that you see every now and then on the railway that aren't foot crossings. I assume they're for engineers or something like that. Not sure how they work, but that's what it is. We need to decelerate for Stoke Mandeville already. Seeing how fun of a route it would be to drive. We are coming in a bit fast, so I'll watch my speed very carefully. Luckily the S board does look like it's at the end of the platform here. Ten people watching, not bad. As we arrive, oh, I think we're going to overshoot here. No. As we sit here at Stoke Mandeville's beautiful platform. Yeah, not quite as impressive as Great... Actually, this does look... I was about to say not quite as impressive as Great Missenden, but this does look quite similar to Great... I think this might even be identical to Great Missenden. Chiltern, although it is a very nice network, it desperately needs to be electrified. London Marylebone's the only London terminus which is not electrified. Oh, have you got floating people? Whereabouts? Where's the floating people? Next stop is Aylesbury. We'll be sitting here for a couple of minutes before we continue on to Aylesbury Vale Parkway. I remember back in the... Well, I doubt very many people would remember this watching this stream, but the Metropolitan line did used to go further out from its present day terminus at Amersham right the way out to Aylesbury, and at one point it did extend to Brill and Verney Junction, which are even further out than Aylesbury, so quite a long way for a tube train to go. Faberjan, you've broken the system, you sent an empty message. As we soon decelerate, Aylesbury carriage sidings should be on our left and right as we arrive in. Just press the space bar in chat and you'll get that. Ah, I've got a thing saying, sorry, your comment is too short. Try that again. I'm getting the same message. Now the class 66 sits here. This is on the sidings, having just arrived in from London Marylebone. Sometimes freight on the class 66 do seem to go down to Marylebone. I'm not sure why. Now we're arriving into Aylesbury. We've just been joined here by Chiltern Railway services that run also to Aylesbury, running via Little Kimble, Monks, Risborough, and Gerrard's Cross. They also run that route. Coming to this platform here for Aylesbury Vale Parkway, platform 3, which I don't think is usual, although I've never been to Aylesbury before, so I'm not sure. You can tell because we're right hand running here. Maybe this is the only track that extends out towards Aylesbury Vale Parkway, I'm not sure. We are impressively early, we've got 4 minutes here. Welcome to Aylesbury. Oh, he's walking very closely to the platform there, this guy. This guy. Might have to go, oh. A light here for Stoke Mandeville Hospital. Isn't Stoke Mandeville Hospital in Stoke Mandeville? You'd expect it to be. As always, JustTrains have detailed this very well. Custom assets here. I'm sure this bridge exists in real life. It's quite a strange bridge, but fortunately Aylesbury is one of those road-centred places. So plenty of bus connections, roads, etc. But not very much in the way of trains, although it is a relatively busy station. I love what JustTrains have done over here. They've just spammed and spammed and spammed detached houses over and over and over again. Ah, that's funny. Can we even see them from our train? No, we can't even see them from our train. That is serious. Where are they? Oh wow, they're over there. You can only just about see them over the line of the trees. Although from here, if you do look towards the houses, it actually does look semi-realistic. It looks like there are actual houses there. What about in this view? Yeah, that doesn't look right at all, does it? We'll be continuing one stop onwards from Aylesbury to Aylesbury Vale Parkway. We'll be departing in approximately 1 minute. Aylesbury Vale Parkway is a brand new station. Well, I say brand new, it's a relatively new station, opened quite recently by Chatham Railways. I'm not sure why it opened. I assume for a park and ride thing, or maybe a new development or something like that. Yeah, it does. That's quite funny. Yeah, it does look like just ants sitting in the distance. Occasionally, beyond Aylesbury, you do get the occasional freight train going north than Aylesbury to Culvert, which is one of the main construction sites for HS2. So you'll see quite occasional HS2 construction traffic coming through Aylesbury. They usually go to the likes of, I'm not sure where they go. Clacton-on-sea is usually where they go to and from. When will HS2 open? OMG, and I forgot. HS2 is supposed to open in the late 2020s, possibly in the early 2030s, which I think is slightly more likely. It will run from London Euston to Birmingham Curzon Street, which is a proposed reopened station in the centre of Birmingham. Although HS2 is not strictly going to there are proposed extensions to extend way further out. There's phase 2A, which I think will extend from Birmingham to Crewe along a dedicated high-speed route, and phase 2B, which I think extends from up to Rotherham and I think Leeds as well. And it'll be good so that London's getting some, or England in general is getting some new high-speed railways. In fact, talking of HS2 traffic, look what we've got here. We've got various box wagons being hauled by a DB Cargo Class 66, which I assume is just waiting in sidings for us to pass. (66-147). When I was in primary school, I got a newspaper about HS2 and it said that the trains will be going 150 miles an hour. No, they'll be going quicker than that. I think they'll be going 200 miles an hour, possibly even faster. Oh, but the newspapers don't know a lot about trains at all. They say some very strange things about them. Ah, Josh, you're calling at exactly the wrong time. Hope that's Josh calling. Ah, Windows, shut up. Yep, that is Josh calling. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello, Josh.
Sorry, I had to deal with my Xbox and my laptop stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, I see. We're just driving into our final stop, Aylesbury Vale Parkway. So I think they will be able to go 200 miles an hour on HS2. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Too much.
No, that's fine, don't worry.
It was a last minute thing that I was unaware with. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fine, it's up to you. Right, as we arrive into, or it's just this track B, arrive into Aylesbury Vale Parkway station. We've got a speed limit of 20 miles an hour just up ahead. Look like some houses have just been plonked down here, so I think this is a new development. Excuse the speeding. Oh, London Paddington it said there. As we now arrive into the new station, looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, but again these houses look like they've been put in the middle of nowhere. And yes, workers just emerging of HS2. I'm surprised how far they've got with it.
I'm sorry if I've called you at the wrong time.
That's alright.
I should have said.
Oh, are we going to... Oh, we might crash into the barriers here. Are we going to? No. As we arrive into... Wow, that was very close to the buffers. Look at that. That's impressive. Oh, I think we've actually slammed into them. And the sun is black. Thank you very much for watching that rather strange ending. We're now here at Aylesbury Vale Parkway, having driven from London Marylebone all the way via Harrow-on-the-Hill and Amersham. For some reason I can't turn the tail lights on. There we go. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed. Oh my god, it's a black hole. If you didn't enjoy, then do click the like button down below, and do consider subscribing if you enjoy my content. Also for next week's stream, we'll be driving the AP Class 465 between London, Victoria and Orpington. Really looking forward to that. It's been a really fun scenario to make. I'm about halfway through at the moment. So, as we wait here at for a final few minutes at Aylesbury Vale Parkway, I'll see you next week. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Oh no, the sun's gonna collapse.